Press 1, 2. Hey folks, we're live. It's Friday, we're doing some game dev. Hope you've all had a good week. Enjoying your Friday so far? It's been a bit of a mixed bag for me. But it is Friday and we can relax now. Got the weekend to look forward to. And my cup of tea has gone cold. Never mind, don't mind cold tea. It's still refreshing. Might go make myself another cup of tea before the end of the night. See how it goes. But yeah, mostly still got graphical things to work on this game, which is a little bit frustrating, but I just haven't had the time to do it off stream. So I'm going to try and knock a couple of things out quite quickly. And get on to making a second level. Just throw something together very quickly again for that. Something is new. Something is new. Hey, Kicks. Yeah, I can't speak. How's it going? It's good to see you. Hope you've been well. Cool. Brutal Legends. Ah, you can see. Hey, Jeffrey, how's it going? I love this t-shirt. Got in a loot box sort of delivery. Something is new. I suppose I got a lot more facial hair probably since you last stopped by. You're doing good, glad to hear. My camera does look a bit clearer, I suppose. You can see what's going on behind me a bit better. You can just about see the time on the clock there as well. Got so much stuff over there I need to sort. Playing Planet Zoo, nice. I played a little bit of Planet Zoo a couple of years ago now. It's been a while. Feels like the hair are younger and beard different. Also more dumb jokes. Yeah, I got a couple of jokes lined up. I keep kind of adding them to a list and go, oh, that'd be fun to film. But now the weather's getting better outside, I can actually at the very least go and film them. Because where we were filming the stuff is being repaired after water damage. It's been so for about 6 months now. So we haven't been able to gather and record anything. But as the weather's getting nicer, we can probably go and film outside, or maybe film in a less noisier building somewhere. But yeah, definitely want to do some more dumb jokes. So I like taking just really cringe-worthy dad jokes type things and go, well, how can I act this out? It's a good little exercise. Because everyone knows these jokes. They're not new jokes. I'm not making maybe some jokes. Most of these jokes I'm kind of going, that's an old joke. Let's expand upon it. Let's make it into something. But I sort of suggest to the other people that I would film with, whether they would like to get in on those kind of jokes. Actually, I am seeing quite a few people tomorrow. So maybe if I convince them to actually work on that, I'll film a couple of jokes tomorrow and get those posted up. Because the group of people I'm seeing tomorrow were people that I did do acting things with before I started filming the dumb jokes. Unfortunately, they kind of moved on with different things before we started filming stuff. So I've not actually filmed anything with them. So it would be fun to actually do that. So yeah, that gives us an idea to do tomorrow, along with play silly games and chat and have fun. But yeah, my beard is growing out. When it gets cold and windy in the UK, you need something to protect your skin, and my hair is just my hair. Hairband coming off. But yeah, my camera angle has changed. I've actually set my camera further away, only by about a couple of inches maybe. probably about 5 centimeters, and it's probably a little bit higher and pointed down. So that's probably changed the angle. And I've got a new light. The light is bigger, so the light lights me up better. So I've not really changed much, but it's enough to kind of improve the look of the stream. Do you live close to London? I live 2 hours drive from London. So I can get to London in about 2 hours on the outskirts, because obviously London's quite big. So I can get to the outskirts of London in 2 hours and then jump on a train and get into the centre. It takes about 20 minutes to half an hour to get from a train from the outside of London into London. So 2.5 hours I can get into London to go to any of their cool events. There was one event in London I wanted to go to. Oh good, didn't want you to get stabbed. No. Certain parts of London are okay, as with many cities. There are sections of many of the big cities, of course, which you're more likely to get assaulted compared to others. Like London, it's southeast. Yeah, probably more towards the southeast. Was it north? I can never remember. If you think of London as a clock, it's sort of there's a section of it that you just do not go to. All the expensive part, I think, is on one side. The dangerous part of Amsterdam is also southeast. Interesting. Yeah, I know the north of Amsterdam is where all the infrastructure and stuff, isn't it? Like a central station, and it's got all the transport connections. And then you go to the west, go out towards the west. It's a bit nicer, but I've never really been to the southeast, so probably for good reason. Maybe it's not really somewhere the tourists are attracted to. But you have even Birmingham. Birmingham is the second closest city to me. The closest city to me is Coventry. And Coventry has a lot of bad areas. Because it's kind of, it's a biggish city. Biggish city, not too big, but because it's mostly industrial. If you know anything about the Second World War in England, Coventry was one of the places that we had all our ammunitions factories. So we made a lot of stuff there. So of course it was a big site for bombing, and it's mostly recovered from the war, and they've kind of rebuilt the factories for other things now. But it is mainly an industrial city, whereas Birmingham is more of a multicultural kind of arts city. So Birmingham is where most of the things that you'd want to go and see is. Coventry is if you want to go and buy something from a factory. Amsterdam or London, you mean, since South East has some tourist spots? Okay, I've never been to South East in Amsterdam. Neighbourhoods are like high percentage of crime. Very fun fact, have you seen the happiest man in Birmingham? I don't know. There's quite a few happy people around Birmingham. I haven't seen the happiest man in Birmingham. Probably Ozzy Osbourne once he gets all his money coming in. Is this something I need to Google? Do I need to Google the happiest man in Birmingham? Generally speaking, I've met a lot of happy people from Birmingham. YouTube it. Have a quick look at my phone. I won't have the sound on, but yeah, a quickie YouTube. Happiest man in Birmingham. Happiest. Oh, It comes up as the first thing on the top. Happiest. Happiest man in Birmingham 2 years ago. No, you have to listen to this. Oh, he's a very happy man, isn't he? I've never seen that video clip before, but that is funny. I reckon you can probably put some Dutch hardcore beats to that man. He's got that kind of aggressive shouting to him. Have you seen when Boris was with the police? I don't think I have, actually. I've seen a lot of anything that includes Boris Johnson is something to be laughed at. Anything he's you put like a big red nose and giant shoes on him, you wouldn't notice any difference. Right, I'm going to switch over to the main screen while we're chatting. It's nice for stream elements to catch up. Well done. I've only been live for a quarter of an hour. So everything with these bots, they sort of they have to wait for Twitch to do like a like Twitch like checks every so often to see if you're live or not, and clearly it's about a 15-minute check and go every 15 minutes. Oh, it's live. Better tell people. Well, thank you. I've been live for some time now, which is why Twitch streamers tend to have this long time thing when they first go live because people don't see it. So basically, the minister wanted to get the police no more, so he followed them around for a day, and they raided someone's house, and he was there and just said, "Good morning." It's a funny one. I think I might have seen a photo. I don't think I've actually seen a video clip, but I'll check that one out as well. Yeah, you gotta give them credit for at least for like going, I would like to see what goes on, because a lot of them just assume what goes on and they go, well, I've heard this and this is what people have told me, so that's what I'm going with. Rather than go, actually, no, I want to see it for myself. Oh, why? A £1 fish guy, I know the £1 fish guy. Big memes. You don't get quality memes like that very often these days. Right. What I was going to do, make an options menu. Go options. Go main. Hide the main. Bring in the options. You have half 666 followers. Ooh, epic. £1 fish is best British singer. Also, is there a demo of Overthrow? There was a demo, not since I've done all this. I would try and get a demo out tonight, actually. If I get enough of it done, just to sort of on my Discord, not officially out. So I'll put a link in my Discord for that, and then I'll make a few more levels. I want to make at least one more level today, even if it's like a crappy little level. I have half 666 followers, so I've got 333 followers. I do. Have I lost followers? I had 338 at one stage, but I think they're all bots. Yeah, I had 338 followers last week. But I think when the bots follow me, then try and get me to buy graphics, and then eventually either the bots get killed or they must unfollow. Hi Salamotes, hey Lisa, how's it going? Yeah, I reckon I've lost five bots. I must have lost 5 bots because I did have 338, maybe even 339 at one stage. I know Twitch periodically kills the bots, which is fair enough. It's not a true number if they're bots. All those awesome emotes. I did. Panda still favourite? Yeah. Still love that panda. Although you got some really cool ones there. Mine's a new pig. Do I still have pig? I'm sure I had a pig command in there. The raccoon is one of Jeffrey's favourite ones. Nice. I sell nudes. Yeah, the raccoons, all of them are cool. They're all very cool emotes. What's that one? There's some very cool emotes in there. That's I want to get the options menu. I did options menu, there it is. Let's go open with Photoshop. Right. So I need a graphic that will cover this. I'll get rid of that options title there and actually put it onto the actual thing. So, do I go with wood? Should I go with something semi-transparent? Now, the wooden background would be quite nice. Let's get the wooden background back up. Where is that? Open recent. There it is. Oh, that might be sufficient. Oops. Nope, did not want to do that. Is it a hand? Now, I could make it semi-transparent like it's like it is here. I would like those bars to be reconfigured as well a bit. So, or do I put the word background and have the slider and beneath? So it says background and then the slider, then sound effects and then the other slider, or have it background and slider beside it. So it makes it the menu kind of taller if I have label control, or I can go wider if I go label and control. Yeah, we can see how this looks. Let's center that a little bit. Something along those lines. We'll grab options from here. Oh, buttons is on the buttons, isn't it? Let's grab the buttons. Game number button. Cool. Right. Options. Copy this. Can't grab the layer directly, can I? Gonna walk dog, be right back. Okie dokie. I'll see you shortly. Oh yeah, dog walking time already. On to options menu. Yes, be right back. Okie dokie. See you both shortly. There it is. Options. Oh, that's big. Probably about there. Let's copy that, duplicate there, and go call this background. Oops, I need carriage return in there. There's the wrong thing selected. Is it background? Should really be called music, I suppose, rather than background. Because I know it's background music, but there's nothing else that... There's no other background sounds. So it is really just background music. So I can put that music there. That should probably be, if I'm doing it on the side, it should be music... colon. And do that. Then duplicate music. Call this SFX, sound effects. Simplify the whole process. SFX colon. Actually, delete that one. Let's resize music a little bit. Right, now we'll duplicate it. It's just easier to make sure we keep the same sizes. SFX, SFX colon. Select the layer first. Okay. Let's bring the opacity back up. Let's make it look a bit nicer. We line it with the planks of wood. Probably bring options up a little higher. Don't really need a background at the moment. Round the corners. They have our copy. They have our copy. They have our copy. Oops, might have to select that one. Might be easier ways of doing this, but this is the way I'm doing it. They have our copy. Merge all of those layers. And then we'll just stir about the corners. Yeah, not so good on that one. Merge those ones. And do a bit of blending on that. Go for an outer glow. Normal. Let's go for an inner glow as well. Just a subtle bit. And do you want a slight bit of drop shadow going on? Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go crop. Cool, pretty happy with that. Let's save that as options menu, and then we'll export that as a PNG to bring into the into Unity. Let's go to UI. Let's bring that in. Let's change that to a UI element. Let's change its size, so that's 663 by 425. Delete those two. I want to play so much. Yeah, we definitely have a sewing out for the weekend. Now we need to change these sliders to have a different graphic in there. So ideally I want that slider to be going right across. So going to need the let's link both of those. Let's make that 2.3. It's a nice roundish kind of number. Link those two and go 2.3. Now the minimum maximum numbers for this, I'm going to have to set a unfortunately I have to skedaddle. I will Discord tomorrow to get a demo. When you tag me in, please, of course. Oh yes. Yeah, but enjoy the rest of your night. Hope you get a good rest. And I'll tag you. I'll tag everyone in my Discord. I don't usually everyone tag very often, but I will tag everyone when I post up the demo. But thanks for taking interest, and thanks for dropping in. It's always good to chat to you. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Bye. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more people, because I don't think many people even know I do this. Even like my people I see face to face on a regular basis don't even know I'm making this. Some people know I'm going to be making something else, not my bigger project. Not many people know I'm actually making this right now though. Go background. Oh yeah, a weird stretched image. That's background is what it is when it's not filled, and then fill area is what it is when it is filled. Handle slide area. Handle. So you can make the handle the rock. Ah, so that seems to work better than the other one. I have to go back and have a look at the actual one in the game. Go none. Let's go UI sprite. Ah, okay. I'm going to have to grab the let's grab the hex from there. Make sure we have the same. Oh, looks like we have anyway. Oh, close enough. I'm back, welcome back. Hope it was a good dog walk. Let's go to prefabs. I like how the adjusting thing is the rock, yeah. When you're actually playing the game, it's supposed to be the rock as well, but it's semi-transparent, and I think because I've made the whole thing slightly transparent, it doesn't like it. But yeah, I'll have to go back to the actual gameplay part and make sure it works better, because this works nice, I like this. Can we bring that down here as a prefab? Let's create a new folder. Call this UI. I'll put the options prefab into there. What will level 2 be like? Pretty much the same idea but a different building. Just to kind of give a bit of variation, and I can work on some different mechanics then. So just as a proof of concept that there is more than one level and the game can progress. But maybe a bigger building, at the very least. And then maybe level 3 would be where I bring in the mechanics of maybe sort of having to dodge stuff and all this. It's cold outside, so when I walked into my house that's warm on the outside, I was blind for half a second. Ooh. Yeah, you don't be blind. But yeah, because obviously with oh yeah, they wear glasses. Yeah, yeah. I find it with my glasses, you sort of get instant kind of steam up. Is that Yeah, so it's all fogged up now. Yeah. Right, let's save this. I just want to see how it looks in the game. Well, I can do that, but I want to see how it plays. Tomorrow, finally, the package that includes Lisa's Valentine's gift will arrive. Oh no! Well, I'm glad it'll finally get there. Ordered half January. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for me, so I'm not going to be able to do much at all, unfortunately. Going to be out of the house pretty much from the beginning of the day till the end. Ordered half a Jan, 7 emails. 7 emails. Hey, Nix. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Cool. Yeah, next weekend though. Next weekend I'm planning to do nothing. Yes, next Saturday. I'm going to put you in the diary. Next Saturday, do nothing but do this. So I'm going to a gig on Friday, so I'm going to want to do, not going to do much next Saturday. Just kind of rest and chill. I have some very secret news about my art that I'm not really allowed to share, so I won't type it. Oh dear, definitely do not officially share it anywhere. But I'll tell you voice chat, of course. Yeah. Of course, that's fine. It's up to you to share if you wish to break the non-disclosure or any secrets. But definitely don't get yourself in trouble. Let's hide that. Let's play that again just to see it pop up when I click the button. I didn't re-enable the menu. Enable menu. Save. Options. So I like to change this red and green, but you can put a sprite where the red and green is, but it stretches and contracts it. So the red, if you put a sprite in here, it will resize the sprite to fill that space. It won't tile it, unless there's an option to tile the sprite. I need to find. So if I put a sprite in there, it needs to be each part of the sprite going this way needs to be the same. It can be different sort of top to bottom, so maybe have lines, but each pixel across will need to be the same, otherwise you get a weird stretching thing going on. So it doesn't really leave me many options as to what I can use for these bars. So colours fine. What I can do is make them change the opacity so they're slightly see-through and put a graphic behind, which is what I've done it in the main game with the need to change that. But yeah, this bar at the side here has got the rock in there as the actual slide, but because it's semi-transparent you can't really see it as a rock, but the graphic behind shows a rope, and it's actually just putting a red shade and a green shade over the top of it, but I want the rock to be not semi-transparent, so I need to have a look at what's going on there. Still want that AI drawing made into a real drawing in trade of your coding. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah, so yeah, this was made into an actual drawing, because I don't want to use AI. It's having the AI has been brilliant for just going, oh cool, that's a good idea for what to have there, but I don't want to use it out of moral obligation and principle. I don't want to put games out with AI in them. But the idea of like having a trebuchet in the foreground and then the castle off the side, send you some ideas. Brilliant, thank you. But this general idea I quite like, and that this original picture's in my Discord. But the AI hasn't quite made the trebuchet properly. Like, it's not a trebuchet, it's basically looks like a cart with only 2 wheels. So this wouldn't launch anything. There's nothing about this that would launch a rock. So it's got the basic idea of what a trebuchet is, but it's basically like a horse cart without a few panels that's tipped over. Not quite a trebuchet. And it wouldn't be necessarily like, these are kind of like soldiers, and it's not soldiers, it's basically village folk. But of course the AI, I didn't specify to the AI that I wanted. I think I might have said villagers, but it's decided that they're wearing armour and Roman type clothing for some reason. Have you ever played Gothic, by the way, old RPG? I have not. I know of it though. I do know of it though. Yeah, general background I quite like though. Yeah, got a nice little castle in the background, even a tower, and people in the window. But yeah, this bit in the foreground, the AI didn't quite get right, because this guy a dwarf? He's got to be a dwarf. Because he's, even in any perspective, that guy is way too short. I'm really interested in those now. Oh, into the old RPG. couldn't find one working through torrents. Ah, that's a shame. Does GOG have those on them? They were either 100% Russian or just too old. Oh. Tried that one actually. Okay. Right, so happy with that. Let's go back to the main game scene. It wouldn't work on Beyond XP. Ah, damn. Actually a Switch port. Oh, nice. Let's buy that one. Awesome. I love how many old kind of games are actually moving onto the Switch, because the Switch has the power for them. Where's scenes? There you go. Scene level 1. Let's go to Canvas. Options menu. At least have 100% certainty it works. That's true. Yeah, no fiddling. Well, you say 100% certainty it works. It'll work enough. There are some Switch games which are still a bit iffy, and they didn't do a good job. And if they're that bad, they end up getting pulled from the Switch store. But there has been some Switch games I know haven't been too great. Prefabs, that's what I'm looking for. Prefabs UI. Let's rename that. Options button. Cool. Since I have actually bought Steam games that were released when Windows 10 didn't exist yet and they don't work anymore, these physical releases, I assume they wouldn't invest in pressing if they weren't 100% sure. True. Yeah, if they weren't 100%, they wouldn't make a physical release. Like if it's a digital release, they can kind of like push it and try and update it. But then, as I say, some physical releases still have problems as well. But you got more of a chance. If it's going to physical, then it's better off. Because since the legal was undoable, I had to look for legal. Yeah. You get forced into doing the proper thing. And then I trust physical Switch more than Steam version. Yeah. Yeah, Steam can be riddled with bugs. The amount of times I've read the reviews on a Steam game, go, that's a cool looking Steam game. Look at the reviews, go, oh, buggy, devs don't update it, it's been abandoned, and that's a shame. Look fun. €40 for both OG game and sequel. And Gothic 3, I actually can find a lot of torrent sites. Nice. €40, not bad for 2 games. Really interested in them now since I've got a reboot series. Yeah. Yeah, you could play the originals before they start jumping on remaking them. UI controls, option menu. This is hide options. Go to scripts. Go to UI controls. Show options menu. Options menu's there, so UI controls and options menu. Let's drag in options instead. Save, nice. I always saw them in stores, but never bought them when I was like 7. Oh. There's so many games that I wanted when I was younger. And I found on Good Old Games, sort of more recently, went, I wanted that game so much. And some of them I've looked at it and go, yeah, it doesn't look so good anymore. Oh, the back button doesn't work. Haha. Two of them I always saw in the store for PlayStation 2, and my mother never allowed me. I ended up buying them as an adult. Blood Rain and Playboy in the Mansion. Yeah, that makes sense. Both had boobs on the cover. I wonder if that had anything to do with my interest. Go, boobs, video games. Perfect. Two of my favourite things. Playboy the Mansion sucked, by the way, but it's funny. To own. Yeah, there's a few kind of like, not necessarily porn games, but sort of games that sort of focus on looking at women in a sexual manner. That the gameplay isn't really the main draw of them. It's the fact that there's half-naked women on them. But there's so many games like that. So we can tap into the more adult market with this. Interesting, I suppose, yeah. Go to that back button. UI controls, show options menu. Probably do something with this as well. Show options menu, cool. So the fact UI controls is an empty here. That could be a scriptable object instead. And that will then pass through with everything. Yeah. Because otherwise it's not doing anything. It doesn't need to be a physical object in the scene. So your projectile selection, options menu, game controls. Game controls. Why would game controls be in there? Game controls. Game controls, select active. Projectile menu. Do I end up hiding? Oh yeah, I hide the game controls when the other menus are open. Makes sense. Yeah, so that this UI controls could be a scriptable. Like this entire thing could be scriptable. So that's not actually used. So I don't know why it adds those in there. New menu. Yeah, I could turn this into a scriptable object. Yeah, I can refine that. That's fine. Options menu has nothing attached. The slider just has. Let's compare that to the other slider. So slider BMG. So that has sound volume, set volume, BMG, set volume. Ah. BMG, set volume, sound volume, sound volume. So which one am I missing? So I've got sound volume, set BMG. But that's also got BMG set volume. Which is that. So why are these two things different? Oh, he's back. Welcome back, Lisa. So let's drag BMG into there. So set volume. Cool, so those two things are the same now. It's the same as sound effect, I suppose. Sound effects, yeah. You like my new vinyl? Yes, that's an awesome looking vinyl. I like it, the fact it's transparent, but with the splatter as well. That's so cool. Then Biscuit does new Devil May Cry anime intro. Ooh, that's interesting. Yes, I love that. Definitely something I didn't have yet. Yeah, I would get that vinyl just for the splatter. Devil May Cry is by far my favourite things in the world. Nice. I've played at least one of the Devil May Cries. I've not played many. I've been obsessed since I was a child. 3, I can't remember which one. But I do know that it was it's effectively a spin-off of Resident Evil, isn't it? Not in the same universe, but functionally a spin-off. On console, yes, it was. It might have been PS2. It was quite an old one. That can be 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, 3 was most popular. Okay, it was a long time ago. 4 was PS3 and 360. Yeah, it definitely wasn't 4. 5 Xbox One, PlayStation 4. Yeah, it might have been. I might have played a little bit of 1 and 2. Because I didn't own them, but my brother did, and he was a big fan of Devil May Cry. They also tried to reboot it with a new universe and storyline, a new character. The game needs to be destroyed. Was that one where they changed the art style completely as the character and didn't have the white hair anymore? Yeah, the game. I'm not again. Didn't play the game, but it looks like they completely changed the entire feel of it. And I know generally the fans did not like that they did that. I hate it. Yeah, that makes sense. Should delete that. So, sound effects in BMG is the actual audio player. Actually, got different levels in there as well. So these should be prefabs. Like Devil May Cry is weird with the chronological shit. Yeah, they did kind of went a bit all over the place, didn't they? I don't know too much about it, but I know it's not something that's easy to follow. So 1 was just a game, 2 was a sequel, was meant to be the last, so Dante gets locked into hell in the end. 3 came out, a prequel, then 4 came somewhere in between. Suppose because they kind of wrote the story into a corner, you have to start filling in between, don't they? And so, like, story done, do something new, but then they hide Americans. Oh yeah, capitalism. Let's keep making more of the thing. It sucked. Yeah, the Japanese make good story games. 5 came out. Yeah. Where Dante just came out of hell and we happily continued. And yeah, it kind of ruins the whole plot of the story if the thing that kind of seals a character's fate is just undone. It's like, oh, the whole thing was for nothing. There's no kind of consequence. No, it was great. Okay. Since Devil May Cry came back by that, 5 is a real one. Okay. Because I suppose if you have prequel, sometimes you don't really need prequels because you just kind of, if you don't know where a character's come from, it becomes mysterious, I suppose. And you kind of have your own theories, and sometimes it ruins a character to know their backstory. Sometimes it's better to go, oh, this is interesting to find out why they are where they are, why they are the way they are, and where they've come from. Sometimes that one really didn't need to know that. 5 is not that reboot. Chronologically, it would be 3, 1, the anime, 4, 2, 5. Also some backstory mangas and novels you got to fit in somewhere. Ah. So there's a lot of story to that then. There's one game that I enjoyed the story of, and I wished they made more, but there are in comic book form. is the Darkness video games, which I think came from comic books and then turned into a game, and then they didn't actually finish the story in the game, but there are comic books of it. Because they kind of ended it on a cliffhanger in the game. So I want to continue. Reboot isn't even in the same universe. It's a remake of 3 and 1 together, I think. But it's completely horrific. It needs to die. Darkness is epic. Voice of the demon inside you was done by the vocalist of Faith No More. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I love the Darkness games. Like the first one, I felt was better than the second one in some ways, but the second one seemed to go a little bit silly in places and it felt a little bit more restricted. But I did enjoy the story of it, and I just wanted to like dive into hell and try and rescue Jenny and stuff. I've actually never played the second one. I do own it, even have a poster of it. So I found second hand on King's Day. One I did play was amazing. Cool. Second one's fun, but I feel it's like 75% of the first game. If that makes sense. Like, if you think the first game was 100% awesome, second one's about 75%. Still awesome, but not quite the same. And yeah, like, sort of, not to spoil it, but sort of, Jackie goes after to save Jenny, and the game just ends there going, oh, it's right there, he's going to go and, oh, okay. Maybe it's a third one coming out at some point? No. So that was the frustrating thing. I wanted to carry on and continue the story and see what happens next. But I think there are comics that continue that story, but I want to play it. I don't want to read it, I want to play it. But I love the whole gameplay of like having these demon arms that sort of you can just upgrade and then use powers, and the fact that their own personality, like just talking to you and wanting stuff and eating hearts.
Epic.
Yeah, it was epic. It was. I did stream. I did try to stream. Did I stream? I might have streamed once. I was going to stream, but I found trying to capture it was a bit awkward. So trying to get OBS to work with it and stuff. And that talking to you was Faith No More, dude. Yeah. I just love the voice. I didn't realise it was Faith No More. But it's just that kind of that croaky, throaty voice. Just kind of like sort of talking to you, like sort of Mike Patton. I absolutely love that, because you kind of like it didn't really feel like sort of a horror in the sense. You felt, well, yes, I want to go along with this. It's not like, oh no, these demon things have possessed me and I'm having to do things I don't want to do. You go, well, no, that these guys are bad and there's a demon that's telling me I should kill them. I'm good with this. So it's kind of like an anti-hero, I suppose, in some ways. Is that, well, he's not necessarily a good guy. He's a mobster. He kills people. But the people he kills are probably worse than he is. So it's a net good at the end of the day. Right, let's go save this and give it a quick test. The sound players need to be there, don't they? probably need to have it play a sound, so you get an idea of how much the sound effect is. The thing is, the actual music, I can probably edit the volume and the gain of it, so it's... because that feels too loud to me. So I need to find what I feel is like the loudest I would ever want it to be. Set that to be the maximum loudness of the file. And probably make it so the middle is where it starts. Because the sound effect is naturally quieter than music anyway. Did you know there are actually full films in the darkness? Oh, like on the little TV screens. To Kill a Mockingbird in the game, you can watch its entirety. Ooh. Like, I saw things on the screens and I sat and watched them for a little bit. I didn't realise it was the full thing. That's pretty cool. Let's go to the main menu. Scenes, main menu. Play. So I need to have some menu music as well. And I feel I need to change the music. The music is annoying me, but then I have been playing this sort of quite a lot. Does that reset the... yeah, those values don't match, so that's going to be something I need to look at. Wherever these values are, it needs to pull up. When changing the scene, it needs to pull these values from the actual sound. Okay. So that's something I need to look at. Let's go back to level 1. There's one more graphical thing that I need to do. Is it? Have I done all the... oh yeah, projectiles menu's the last one. I thought it was the... oh, that thing can go for sure. That's old. Delete that. Yeah, because I need to make a graphic for that. Put that in. Let's say I would like these to be unlocked, so I'd have to think of something through the levels which allow you to unlock it. Like I say, you see a chicken walking along, you hit it, you unlock the chicken. See a panda sat in the corner somewhere, you hit it, you unlock the panda. Likewise, you see the barrel, the chair. These objects randomly sat around, and when you hit them, you unlock them. Okay, let's have a look at this mechanically. Let's have a look at the when it loads up, I want it to grab the current volume. So you've got sound volume. So sound volume is script. Sound effects, sound volume. So get volume. So it needs to get the volume. and apply it. Don't know why it's adding these generic things on the top of here. So sound volumes are generic, a scriptable object. So that's holding. Sound effects. So that's actually playing the sound effects. Let's play rocket. So as you're moving the slider, you want it to play that periodically to tell you how loud you're making the sound effects. So I need to bring in sound effects. So I probably need to make a script for sound options. And have these objects actually in there. And I can then call it back off here then, rather than having the individual things attached. Yeah, let's do that. I recognise that. Oh, of course, Dragonborn lo-fi version. Nice. Yeah, listen to lo-fi versions of video game music. Yes, let's make a script. Create script. Options menu. So the things it needs is sound volume. So sound volume, sound volume. Yeah, maybe one day if I can get it working, I'll stream The Darkness on stream. Play The Darkness on stream. So I do love those games. Now I think do I have a copy on Steam now? I bought another copy recently. It might have been on the Xbox because I own it physically on Xbox. On Xbox 360, I think it was. But I think I bought a digital copy because they were only a couple of pounds. And oh, perfect! Only a digital copy. It's just there. I can install it and play it whenever. I have to get the disc out. Be public, I suppose. myself. Public sound volume. Have on PS3, so yeah, it must have been yeah, 360 for me then. But yeah, they're on the Xbox One store, so you can buy a digital version of the 360 version, digital 360 version, which will work on the Xbox One. So that's what I've done for that. But I own the 360 discs. They're all somewhere else. All my 360 discs are probably in the other room. Because my Xbox 360s are in the office, but my Xbox One is here. Sound volume. Sound volume. Cool. So I need to be able to pull set BG volume from options. So that's set VG volume, set SFX volume. So we do that as a pass through. Like, it'd be easy to do this. Yeah, all those cool emotes. Sound volume dot set BG volume. Float volume. Oh, this could be interesting because the you've got value. I suppose if I set it as a float and bring the float in, that'll work because sound volume, that's what it is anyway. So system single. So basically I want to just bring those into here. Let's go roll. Change it to SFX. And save that. So that means I can go to here and drag in the parent. There we go. Do the same for this one. Drag in the parent. Set SFX. And you got sound effects set volume. So we want to bring sound effects and that in. So sound effects, BMG. So I need to bring those in as well. So sound effects, public public BMG BMG. Looks weird when you put it in lowercase. So BMG into there. Sound effects into there. Half lurking, eating hot chicken noodles and beer. Nice. That sounds like a perfect thing, that is. So I could probably... When it does that, it runs the other one. So set volume. Set volume. So when it runs that, it can just be bmg dot set volume and sound effects dot set volume. So that means I don't actually need that one, so just no, go with the wrong one. Set BMG. There we go. So it just calls its parent, runs the thing for that particular audio. In the back. So that brings in UI controls. Show options menu. So I reckon UI controls can be a scripted object. Because if I save that, let's go back to main menu, go to options, go back. What's it actually running here? Main camera, back to main. Okay. Got to have a quick think on that. We'll be back in a sec. Don't go anywhere. I will be back shortly. Okay, so I had a quick think while I was away from the computer. Now the back button just, at the very least, needs to hide the menu, because UI controls it's got a show options menu, so that needs to basically do its own thing and hide. So go public game object options menu. Go public void back button. So let's go back up here to canvas options and drag in options menu into there, and the back button drag in the options menu and go back button. So that will just close it. Now it would need to show things that the UI controls are then how do we get around this? So I don't want to have to put in the main menu to then tell it to reopen it. I wonder if when it opens it I can or do I put the options menu into the main menu? Can you ever then have a handle? I think you have to be constantly checking it. On every frame, you'll then have to check to see if it's been closed. So this would be fine because we want it to, because we got the options menu in UI controls. But I suppose it's I suppose really this should be into its own parent over here. Because that's kind of what UI controls, isn't it? It's game controls, which is where's game controls? Oh, under play UI. Yeah. So that's the only thing that's kind of like disjointed there. That's jumping straight into there. You kind of want the entire thing hidden when you open up the options menu. You don't want just the controls at the bottom to be hidden. You've got the options menu, which is fine. Projectile selection. Done. Nice. Do you have line bars over here? Yeah, I love line bars. That's a proper chunky chocolate bar, that is. Love a line bar. Remember the old adverts for line bars when they showed like the line bar being ripped in half and kind of showed like the inside of the line bar like a roaring lion? Yes. I have brownie fill versions. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones we have. We have we might have the brownie ones. Noodles, beer, and a brownie lime bar. So I'm content. I bet you are. That's sounds like a perfect evening of consumable. Oh, love a lime bar. I shan't though. I shall be good. The UI controls is kind of... This really should be part of canvas because everything inside there is actually inside the canvas. So you've got play UI. So your options is there. Let's close that up. So it has options, which is there. Has projectile selection, which is there. And game controls, which are actually inside there. So this UI controls should really be part of this. So you've got return to main menu, projectile select. Do you know who Riley Reid is? Yes. That name rings a bell. Did you know she made a rap? Oh, don't think I knew that one. It's bad. Yeah, she's not really known for her rapping. Just googling to confirm it is who I think it is. No. Riley Reid's song. Oh dear. Not good for search history. Yeah, I found the YouTube video of her rapping. Yeah, I think I know what her she's a mattress actress. That's nice. Nice way of putting it. Yeah, yeah, I'm aware of her profession. But yeah, I like that terminology. Mattress actress. Although other soft furnishings will probably be available to her to use. Yeah, I found the many YouTube videos of her rapping. So if I'm feeling I need a laugh, I shall have a listen. Rock. So rock launch. Is that? Okay, component rock launch. Rock 0. Okay, so I find the object and then change it there. Interesting. So rather than linking it, I'm basically just looking for it. Which I suppose I could do. Without linking to something. So I want to try and make this a bit more universal. But yeah, these UI controls, I don't, now I've changed so many things, I don't like the fact that the hierarchy isn't applying to the control system right now. Well, the UI controls anyway. But I feel rather than game controls, I should change that to just play UI. I should assemble some things. Come on. I haven't done anything massive. I've changed a single name of something. Right, okay. Plan side canvas. Drag play UI into there. Okay, so that feels like a better hierarchy. So rather than being a parent, it's kind of like a sibling at this stage. So that controls play UI, options, and projectile select. Let's drag that up so that's yeah, so that looks a bit nice now. So we got the buttons, we got the controller, 3 buttons, and then the 4 sort of UI sections. Still not perfect. Now, to complete what I'm doing here, so that's got BMG. So the fact that it's still kind of pulling stuff from down here, but I don't think there's a way around that really. I'll just make sure sound effects in BMG is available on the other. On the main menu as well as every other level. So you've got menu, background. So I've already got the things in there for that. So I wonder if I make these two prefabs. So prefab, go audio, create folder, audio. Let's do that. So now prefab, so I can just drag them into every scene now. In which case go to main menu, save, audio prefabs, let's drag these two into there, so they're instantly in there. So one thing I do need to do, if I go back to scenes, level 1, save, yes. So I need to finish off connecting these up, and then I need to be able to connect the sound to that, and then that should complete its whole connection then. Do you know the band Corplacani? Yes. I do like to listen to some of their songs. A different profession, right? Riley Reid, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I used to play a few of their songs when they DJ'd at the Rock Night in town. I got introduced to them by friends who listen to European metal. Got one friend who sort of near enough exclusively listens to that type of music. Oh, cool! Like, I know none of these bands, but you keep requesting the songs, I'll play them. So options. So the options will close itself. So my drummer Sharon has contact with them at the moment with him, and I have the project, that project with extreme long songs I've sent. Anyhow, they want to listen to our music. Nice. And a band I've been a fan of since I was 14, listening to my music is epic. That is epic. That's so epic. That's cool that they want to listen to that. So maybe I have a do a fixed update here. So if options menu dot active, no, it's not. Oh, active self, of course. So if not options active and projectile, so if not options menu active and not projectile menu active, then play UI needs to be active. So if that's not active, and this is not active, then make that active. So that kind of returns that. So show options, makes that false, makes that true, because we're not toggling at this point. Makes that false, makes that true. And the rock name is still fine for the moment. Save that. So options button is show options menu, projectile select is show projectile. So the projectile menu should have its own script, which it does anyway. So it's on select, so that's a projectile selection script. Where is that? Projectile selection. Switched mouse wheel to switch between single and multiple tab. Oh, cool. Nice. So unlocked. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the buttons, aren't they? So it needs to be. Let's hide the options menu. show this one. So each individual button, I probably need to have a script actually in the menu. So this becomes its own sort of item in itself. So click on that as a button. So that's going back to UI controls again. So that should really be its own thing then. So select projectile call from UI controls. So if I grab that from there, drop it into here, hit save. And rather than having a linking back to UI controls, go to each button, drag in projectile selection, then rock stone, cool. Rock crate. Rock barrel. Laptop is at 3% and charger in bedroom. Okie dokie. So gotta say goodbye here. That's okay. Shouldn't be on here for too much longer anyway. I did hope to actually make a second level today, but see you next Wednesday. Yes, indeed. Hope you have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Same okie dokie, Lisa. Thank you both for dropping in. It's good to see you as always. And yeah, I shall speak to you on Wednesday. I'll let you know how the gig on Monday goes. Should be fun. See you Wednesday. Have a good weekend. Thank you. See you then. All those awesome emotes. Hey, hey, HJ, how's it going? Been a while, it has indeed. How are you? It's going okay. Can't complain. Going okay. Normally with a maybe, I don't know. So my stream is going on a little bit longer than normal, so glad I was able to catch you. Oh well, thanks. Actually trying to work on mine this evening too. Nice. Yeah, I'm really trying to make a push on this now, because this is going on far longer than I ever expected. But I want to do this properly. I don't want to go, abandon, it's good enough. No, I want to finish it properly. I want to get a good method of the work, so I can apply it to all my other projects in the future. How they always do, yeah. But I'm hoping if I learn and understand the better way of what I'm doing here, anything, all my other projects, I go, well, I did that before, there's an example of what I did, brilliant. I can just copy what I did here to get the same effect on something else. And there will be things I've not done here, but I'm trying to add in as many little things into this. This is kind of like a proof of concept for trying ideas out. In itself, it's not a designed game. It's just a collection of things which make a fun little experience. I'm quite happy about that. Right, so this is now nearly independent. Nearly independent. It just needs to lock status. Yeah, just needs to reference itself now. So that's save. Just needs to reference itself so it can close the menu upon selection. There's one thing it's not doing. Yep, each project teaches you something which should make it easier to let them go when it's really time to move on, but I still suck at that. Yeah, I suppose it's the same as any art form, is that you're not quite happy with it. There's always something you feel you can add or change. You go, well, if I just add this bit, or I just change this bit, or the way I just did this thing wasn't quite right, I can go back and change it. I know things like game jams are very good for forcing you to go through the process, because you have to do something quick and dirty and just finish it. So it gets you into the routine of just putting an end on it. It makes you appreciate that what you can do. But I still like to make sure I do something good with anything I make, whether it's a game or something else. Yeah, definitely it gets you out of perfectionism into gets doneism. I liked it. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. As I always feel I could have done something better, and maybe I could. But the point is, you should really be putting that energy into a new thing, because you're just draining your energy doing like trying to perfect something that's already good enough. What's the phrase I suppose? Like, the phrase I've heard is "done is good enough." Is it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you've done a thing, it's good enough. You don't have to worry about doing it perfectly. You don't have to worry about doing it in its entirety, or there's things you might have missed. You can always do a better job next time. But it's never a completed job if you don't finish it. So it's better to actually complete something than to keep working on the same thing. Let's call it just menu. Projectile. Why do they have to come up with such a long-winded name for things you throw through the air? Projectile menu. Okay. So we select a rock, and then projectile menu, set active false. So that means it'll hide itself as soon as you select something. The problem with that, of course, if you want to then keep changing things, you'd have to like reopen the menu multiple times. But I'll see how that feels. If I don't like it, I have to have a close button and then just attach that to the close button instead. Or I could preempt that and just make a public void with back button on the other one. So back button. So if I want to add a button, I'll just literally call that instead. Yeah, save myself some time if I change my mind. So, in theory, these menu items now don't have to call upon each other to work. So that does that effectively make this redundant now? What I've been trying to do, Nova, is my hierarchy was a little bit spaghetti-like. It's like, okay, there's things cross-referencing and not going up or down a hierarchy. It's kind of like leaping over and stuff. So I've spent the last two streams kind of unspaghettifying things and trying to reference stuff in a hierarchy. So it only really references what's below and above where possible. Sometimes it has to jump out, mainly around the sound controls, like the audio controllers. When you've got audio UI controls, it has to leap out and reference the volume in a standard object down here. But that's the only thing I'm aware of at the moment, which isn't a direct parent-child reference. So I could, let's save that and see if it works. See if any red text comes up that I forgot anything. I think I've already realised I've not. Yeah, I knew I didn't drag it in there. There's always something I don't drag in. Right, so that references itself as well as child objects. And just a quick check. So UI control script doesn't actually use this anymore. That doesn't get used. Mates, this is still being used though, I think. Yeah, so this is still used. So I can't get rid of the rest of that at the moment. Yeah, getting those relationships down is a real moving target, constantly changing the architecture of how objects interact with each other with almost every new project. Yeah, it's understanding the hierarchy and getting the right relationship between things. But because I didn't design this game, I just made it as I went along. The hierarchies and the objects architecture has changed as I've gone, oh, actually it's better if this becomes part of this, or actually no, that needs to be separated. And I've kind of built the game as I went, as opposed to decide what's going to be in the game, because none of this in here was going to be here. Like I went, oh, a timer would be fun. Oh, actually it'd be nice to do some fancy UI graphics. And everything I've had to kind of just make up as I went along, and then realise it's all got messy. Okay, so we know the main game stuff works. So options menu, opens options, hides everything else. Brilliant. Back, closes that, reveals everything. Projectiles, hides everything, shows projectile. Select, selects projectile, reshows everything. Brilliant. That works. One last thing I need to do then is this option menu needs to adjust the controls to reflect the actual sound volume, which I think, does it do that? I've deleted the previous one, so I can't tell if it did. Okay. Because I'm sure when it loaded it actually pulled it in, but not anymore. So it needs to, because it has the sound volume, so it needs to, upon loading, it needs to pull in whatever sound volume is and then apply to the sliders. So the sliders need to be in there as well then. Because it's got the options menu, which is itself. It's got the sound volume scriptable object, which is where it's holding the values. It's got the audio player for the background music, the audio player for the sound effects, but it does need to have the sliders in it so it can change the value of the slider. Right, so it needs to have does need to have the UI elements in there. What's that? So set volume, audio source, so it gets volume. So the get volumes there. SV sound volume, so get sound volume, send it to that. One thing that's got better in Unity is prefab nesting. Used to be prefabs could not be in prefabs, but now you can make things much neater and much more modular. Nice. Yeah, that's good. I'm building this currently in Unity 2022.3.8, but the next project I'll be starting Unity 6. I've noticed they've made even more improvements, which are like good quality of life improvements in that. But yeah, I found, like, compared to some of the old tutorial videos I've seen for old versions of Unity, they've already made so many improvements from old versions. So I'm very happy about that, because the workflow is just so much easier. And I'm trying to modularize as much as I can. So I'm not, nothing's kind of reliant on anything else, it's just its own thing. Oh yeah, put it in there, didn't I? What is it, sound effects? Sound effects is audio source. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's specifically sound effects. Sound volume is just a sound volume. Set volume, get. Yes, that's returning that. So I just need to run that from sound volume. So I can set it, but I need to update on start to these two sliders. So are they going to be UI controls? Because I did have it and I think I deleted. I shouldn't have deleted it before I checked that. I didn't see any code in there though. Maybe there was some code I missed. Oh well. So options. In case it is UI, so using Unity engine.ui public slider. Call this BMG slider. BMG slider, BMG. That's not slider, slider. Value equals sound volume dot get BMG volume and public slider sfx slider sfx slider dot value sound volume dot get sfx volume. So that should set that on start. Now we just need to drag in the sliders. Yeah, missed it. Cool, that's in there. Now I feel I can set root. We'll go to prefabs, UI. Would you like to create a new prefab or variant? Would you like to create new original prefabs? Original. I want to update it. Rename that one. Let's go to Scenes, main menu, Canvas, Prefabs. Rename it to options. Right, hopefully that's it's no longer upset it. So put BMG into there, sound effects into there. Okay. So because that closes itself, what's main menu script doing? So double check that. Let's close a few of these. So I'm right happy with all that lot. Let's see what it should be doing. Main menu. Ah, so I put it in there, okay. Set volume sliders. So I don't really need to just set it in there, because the sliders pull it itself. So I don't need that anymore. So open that, is that one false, that one true? Yes. Back to main, which I don't need because so let's save its do its thing and save it. So back runs its own back script from here, which then closes it. So the main menu has options in it, and main menu sound doesn't need sound anymore, I don't think, because it's not doing anything with the sound. Because the sound is self-contained within the options menu now. Doesn't need to be part of the main menu. Back to main isn't ran, so we can get rid of that. Actually get rid of that entire region. Quick game needs to be there. Open options, that's fine. Play game, yes. But we do need to have this checking if opt dot active self not opt dot active self and main dot active self, make that a not. So neither menus are actually active, then we want to actually activate the main menu. So that means they don't have to interact with each other. Save. Let's run that, see if it works. And I think, yeah, I have to do a couple of bits I want to test. And I think I'm happy to a certain degree because I've now the things that I wasn't so happy with I've made into prefabs, so I can change as need be. So options opens, back closes, that comes back. Awesome, that works. So do that, but set that to maximum. Go back, go play. Options, that's maximum. Put that down, go back to main menu. Cool, they're synchronized. Excellent. What was the other thing I was going to test? No, that was it. I think that's all I was going to test. Yeah, one thing I do want to add though is just like the sound of the rock hitting while the player has this slider selected, just to go, okay, this is how loud the sound effect is. Do need to improve that graphic there, and this one needs a little bit of improvement. Projectiles, select. Yeah, I need to make a graphic for that. And that's the only thing, you can't close something without. Yeah, maybe I need to change that so it will toggle it. Same with this, I suppose. So these need to be toggles, but these need to be closes. Let's do that. Scenes level. Because they were toggles, and I thought they didn't need to be toggles, but they could do with being toggles. UI controls. So it should really be put it back to how it was. So got active self. So if options menu is active, then that needs to be false. So play. No, it is right. So yeah, if the options menu is active, then that needs to be active, but then this needs to be deactivated. So that becomes deactivated. So projectiles menu. Now I'll do this and I'll wrap the stream up because it's getting quite late. And there's lots more I can do on this. So it's not like anything I can finish right now, unfortunately, despite me wanting to. And I can delete that. That becomes a toggle. Save all that. Let's give it one last test and then we'll finish the stream there. Projectiles is now toggle, options is now toggle, but options also goes back. Projectile selection goes back. Awesome. You can add a event trigger to the slider to call a function on drag which can play a looping sound effect. Ah, that's probably something I need to do then, because that is pretty much the only thing I'd like to do now on this. Options. So on the so add components, because it's not on value change. What was it? Event trigger is another component, yeah. Now I think I've done an event trigger on something else. Event trigger. Event type. It is select? No. Begin drag. Yeah, I can't remember what I put an event trigger on. There was something else on another play around I did. So I can put an event into here just to play a loop. And that will then yeah, just keep playing the rock hitting loop on the interval. Cool. I shall do that next time. Yeah, you might need to play with which event works best, but should work to start and stop a looping sound. I suppose begin drag, and I probably need to have another event which is like stopping the sound as a separate event. So you got drag. I suppose about it's being dragged. End drag. You got select. So you can't see it on the stream, which is annoying. So you got end drag, I suppose. You got end drag there. Begin drag, end drag. Move, deselect, select. Update selected. Scroll. It's not really a scroll. Pointer, enter, exit, down, up, click. Oh yeah, I think I've done like pointer, enter, or pointer down before. It could be pointer down, I suppose. Pointer down is literally just clicking it at that point. But yeah, I shall play around with that. But yeah, it's getting late. But thank you all for joining us. Let's switch over to the main camera. Talk to you face to face. There we are. But yeah, I'll play around what works best on that. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I've used event triggers once before, only once. But I think it was like a pointer down for like clicking and dragging. Once like click and drag something. And I was having a play around with some mechanics on a test thing. But yeah, I'll do that because that's the only thing I think I feel that it needs. It's just when you're changing the sound effect volume, you need to know what the volume is. There's no point sliding and go, oh, that's too loud when next time you hear a sound effect. Yeah, then I think I'm pretty happy then. Because I've sorted out all the hierarchies. Everything's... I've prefabbed a few things that weren't prefabbed before. So I can use them in multiple scenes without having to worry about stuff. Everything's been despaghettified apart from calling the sound effects, but you can't really help that. Yeah, so next stream will be on Wednesday. Monday stream is cancelled because I'm going to a gig. So the next stream will be on Wednesday where I'll finish this off. I was hoping to get get kind of finished enough to put out a playable version for my Discord. Maybe if there's some time I might still do it, I don't know. It's going to be a busy weekend though. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm going to get some rest, hope you too. Thank you all the chatters today, you've all been awesome. Too many people to mention, but you've all been awesome. And the lurkers as well, I had a couple of lurkers I can see. You're awesome as well. I'm tired, I'm going to get some rest. Take care, cheers, thank you for dropping in, Nova. Much appreciate that. And yeah, good luck with your project as well. Yeah, looking forward to getting this done and playable and in the hands of people that want to play it. And I'll move on to my big project, which I do have a design document for, or ongoing design document. So I want to finish this first. I'm not going to go, I want to do the big fun thing. Good, no, I need to do this, round it off, finish it, give it to people, and then learn from that and move on. But we'll do that. Anyway, rambling on. Take care, have a good night, have a good weekend, and I shall see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night. Button. Yay.